welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, I am in my car, and yes, I dyed my hair black, and that's why I look different. But for today's video, I thought I'd do a quick little insight of just kind of the aftermath of taking images for interiors. And right now I am gonna go to this Airbnb. It is not one that I styled, but I am taking pictures for this previous client who liked my other pictures, so I actually took pictures for this another one of his Airbnbs, so far two. This is my third house. So yeah, I figured I'd show you kind of how I take my pictures and how I edit them so they look like professional images. And just, ooh, I thought someone was in the bathroom. I'm filming this in my car, but I'm still like in my driveway. But yeah, I have a photography background. I took like a photography class back in high school, and ever since then, in general, again, I'm a very artsy person, but I just like taking pictures. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get going because I want to get there with making sure that it is not too dark and there's natural lighting coming in. So yeah, okay. I'm over here trying to set my music, but let's go. So I have my lighting here. It's a cute little Airbnb. Hello. Alright, so I am at the Airbnb. I went ahead and brought in my lighting. I pretty much just have some studio lights. This is just one of them because the other one, I broke the bulb. So yeah, this is pretty much just stand to it. There's a light in here, you can see. But that's pretty much the only equipment I have besides the camera, which isn't even my camera. Behind here. This is a client's camera. I could have just borrowed a friend's too if he didn't have one. But I mean, I've shot with DSLRs, so I'm pretty familiar with all of this and how this works. But yeah, this is a Nikon 750, correct? D750. Honestly, besides like a good quality camera for crisp images, you obviously need to know how it works beforehand. But it is pretty much about lighting, I would say. I can show you some examples if you'd like to check them out too on my website, which will be linked down below, of images of the farmhouse Airbnb. I took those images at night and I just messed with lighting, and they're pretty good, you know. Right now it is currently 3 p.m. So again, I have about like 2 hours to work with natural lighting. The pictures I took for this other Airbnb, I took those in the morning. Those look really good too. So just gotta make sure I have some natural lighting so you're not too much reliant on like your equipment. So yeah, the first thing I usually do is turn all the lights on at the Airbnb. I start off in the entry and work my way through the main public areas, and then I go to the bedrooms. But I turn everything on so I get as much as light in. And then I also open up, they're not called drapes. I literally cannot think of what they're called, but should I even show you? Whatever you would consider these. I mean, such a bad interior designer. Curtains, but they're not curtains. Anyways, I open those up and I make sure I tilt them at an angle where they're slightly just downward, just a little bit, so the lighting hits the main area instead of just direct or upward or any of that. So I do that at first, and then I start pretty much shooting. So I am gonna start from that end and come into this area. So I'll move the camera so you can kind of see me. So yeah, let me first actually go place this somewhere. Excuse me, I think, well, I've been kind of sick the past few days. And yeah, set this up and then we'll get to shooting. Also, I will link any of the equipment down below as well. Just want to mention that. So this is the only outlet that I see for this living area, so I guess I will sit up here. It is pretty bright in here since I have everything open, so I shouldn't have too much of an issue with lighting. Plus I can edit that afterwards as well. Maybe I've been going nowhere lately. It's time
time to start all over.
And you want it to be not too close to any of the items so that you don't get too much of harsh lighting and reflection. So yeah, this is pretty much at the door entrance, and it is going to be helping to shoot the living room area. As you can see here. So I'm going to go ahead and get my camera and do a couple of test shots to set my settings pretty much. Take off the camera lens. Oops, sorry. Let me set up this real quick too. Can you see me here? I literally have this on top of my lady. Really not a good idea. Honestly, my settings are already pretty good. I think this is because of the last photo shoot, just kind of the same lighting. So I'm just gonna take a couple pictures and make sure you can do the viewfinder more. I like this screen. But yeah, see, I don't know if you can tell. Might be a little bit too exposed right now, at least for this camera, but it looks pretty good. So I don't know, I'm not gonna change anything, and I'm just gonna begin shooting. I might insert a time lapse here so my battery doesn't die, but let me actually put my music on and you can see me shoot for a second. Also, I like to make sure there's nothing in the background that's including my own items. So in the area that I'm not shooting at, clean up the space, making sure there's nothing in the background. I'm kind of a neat freak. Nice. So just double checking everything, but it looks good. There's nothing even in the far background. So I'm gonna go ahead and start shooting. I don't even know when I music. Alright, now my music is rolling and I get to start. That should be my thumbnail. Perfect! It took it too. I usually like to crouch to get at kind of eye level. The ceiling is kind of high. I do what you have to do for a shot. And it's okay if the shots aren't perfect because you're obviously going to crop them and edit them. Sometimes it's nice also to get some depth, so shooting from here, you're getting some of the bending area in as well. So my light is there, it's going to be in the shot, so I can either move it or for now, I'm just not going to try to get it in the image. Or again, if it is in the image for now, I can just crop it out eventually if I wanted to. Getting some detail shots. For detail shots, it's really great when you kind of get super close and you have some depth blurred out in the back. So yeah, I think I have plenty of shots. I am going to look through these real quick and then move on to the next area. So I'm going to go ahead, stop recording for a second. Okay, so I just finished the living room area. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the dining room area. There you go. And I just moved the lighting a little forward, which I can actually switch to another one of these outlets down here. So I'm actually going to do that instead. So it's pretty quick and easy once you just have your settings pretty much perfected. So I'm gonna put this in the corner where the trash cans are because that's not really gonna be in the shot. But yeah, let me go ahead, set this down and continue shooting. I would place it here, but you're gonna see that in the back. So now's the time I move my things again to a different area because I'm gonna be shooting in the kitchen / dining. That's some Drake. So I just finished shooting the dining area. Got some great images, and I'm gonna go ahead and start in the kitchen. Actually, I didn't get to show this. I'm thinking, but it's closer. I'm gonna go ahead and start shooting the kitchen. Let me tell you a few things, tips. So, because this is an Airbnb, the client already had told me before, but great tip is to open up the cabinets and show what is inside if they have things in them. Here we have a couple things. It's probably these, or most of the items are, yeah. So let me switch you around. So you see back here, there's a lot of glasses, and other equipment, cooking items. Ooh. That isn't the right term. But anyways, the point is I'm gonna take a few shots with the cabinets actually open to display what an Airbnb guest their amenities would be. They stayed here, but otherwise we do shoot with them behind, and we get a lot of detail shots in the kitchen because I think that's very important to know what is going to be supplied. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start shooting.
Baby, what can I do when a million things are running through? Million things I can't undo. I just sleepwalk, I just sleep talk. That's all I got. What can I say with a million things I can't erase? Million people I can't save. I just sleepwalk, I just sleep talk. Don't wanna wake up.
I think that's about it. There is a lot more items on this end, which I'm going to photograph and see the rest of the kitchen. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and stop filming for a second. Alright, so instead of me continuously shooting and showing you guys, I'm going to show you, just give you pretty much a tour, and then, yeah, you'll see the images. It's so bright in this room, and it's so cute. So, yeah, let me go ahead and go back into the hallway and show you as I go. So actually, it's the hallway, then the bedrooms are here. This is, I'm assuming, just a typical guest room. Look how cute. And what I usually do again, I turn on every single light. This gives it kind of, when I take the images, such a softer feel and just very luminous. Let's see. Second, and then again, I open that up, the blinds. That is what is called, not curtains, but just pointing them downward to help. But yeah, pretty much very simple. It's just a TV, bedding, and all that. Second bedroom is like the kids' bedroom. Oopsie, I forgot to open this up. It's very dark in here. How do you turn lights? This is what I mean by facing them downward just a little bit, so the sunlight hits like the bedding and all that. Here. Where am I going? I could have sworn there was another one of those. All right, I'm a little bit just out of it. Okay, but that is pretty much just this bedroom. This is the one of the bathrooms, or yeah, because the master has its own bathroom. Look how cute this is, though. Sorry, but yep, turn all the lights on, and then the thing light. Good thing I bought it because it doesn't seem like this fan light isn't working. This one I turned on isn't working. The master bathroom. We're turn on another light. How cute. I love this. It's really simple and nice. Little gold accent with the blue. And look how gorgeous it is. See how it gives it kind of just a warmth feel. That's why it's important to turn on those lamps even though it's daylight. So there's that. And that is pretty much it. So let me flip this. Again, I'm gonna take images before it gets too dark, and yeah, you'll see the results in a second. I might also, if it doesn't get dark too quickly, go outside and take some pictures of the backyard. Okay, so yeah. So I just got done taking pictures. I got pretty hot, so I took off my sweater. But I'm gonna head home now. I'm gonna upload the images, and then I'll get to showing you how I pretty much edit them. Let me start screen recording here. I've been home for a little bit. Again, excuse my voice, but I uploaded the images already because I knew it would take a second. So you can see here just a whole bunch of pictures I have to go through them. You can see there are two different files. One's a JPEG, one's an NEF. I just go, so these are exactly the same. They just, one is a raw file and one isn't. The JPEG is the one that isn't. But I am going to go through them and then just delete the ones that are either blurry or I just know they're not going to work out. And after that, I will upload them into Lightroom and then from there go begin to edit one. And usually I just copy the settings on that one and paste them onto the other ones. And if I need to adjust just slight things, then I will go ahead and do that. But that is pretty much the process. It is a little late and I want to work on other things rather than editing pictures today, unless I'm really in the mood. But I don't think I am. So I will just show you that process tomorrow. So yeah, I'm not going to edit them tonight. But I just wanted to show you just all the images and again, going through them and then just deleting the ones that I know will not work. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Hello. I can't even talk. I am just feeling a little anxious, to be honest, and I've been sick and just a little bit all over the place and exhausted. Yesterday I barely rested, but anyway, this is besides the point. Today I am gonna show you how I edit the images. Okay, now that I'm recording, you can see my screen here. I have all the images uploaded, and these are the raw files. I don't edit the JPEG ones because then I'm not able to correct the lens on the images. So yeah, if you don't have Adobe Lightroom, maybe you can get a free trial. Just for Adobe in general, it is $29.99. If you're not a student, the student version, I think they might have a discount. It's like $19.99, I believe. But yeah, this is what I use. I don't know if there's an app that is free as well. I know there's an app for it, but anyways, you would have to do your own research on that. This is what I use just because I can copy and paste settings a lot quicker, and then I can go in and correct anything else I need, possibly in Photoshop, because I'm not an expert in Adobe Lightroom either. I'm more of an expert in Photoshop, but this makes things a lot quicker. So besides that, here is all the images, again the raw files, and then I can go here to begin editing them. I'm going to show you how I edit just one image and then you'll see me copy and paste so I don't have to continue talking since my voice. So yeah, here are the settings to edit. The first thing I usually do is go down here to optics and then I check remove chromatic aberration, and then I don't feel like I'm saying that incorrectly. And then I click enable lens correction. You can kind of see the difference here. I believe it's before and after. I don't know if you can tell. Maybe I could do it in this one. I'm not sure if it's not doing it or it's just me. But usually it takes away the vignette around the image. And then I go back up here and then I start playing with all the settings. So I start off with lighting before I get into color. This image needs to be brightened a lot more. And again, depending on the picture, you're going to have to play with these anyways. You kind of want to make sure things aren't too overexposed, as you see kind of here with this light. So it's just continuously playing with it. I like to be very specific on my numbers. Oops. And I like to just again lighten up spaces so they're not too dark, a lot friendlier, because you don't want to make it to where the details go away because you brighten it, but and then here is a point and curve, which I usually play with next. Oops. I'm so sorry, I'm sick. I like to bring up the highlights a little bit, but make sure there's still a little bit of a contrast, slightly. This is in the background, so it's not too important. Next would be color. I usually like to warm up a space, but the wall color is like a gray tone, a cooler gray tone, so I try not to change too much again of the color so it's accurate. But start off with the reds, which is going to show up here in the coffee table, all the browns. Or this is actually going to show up in that. So you see a little bit of a difference. You don't want anything too harsh like that. Orange, there you go. You see the now the change there. I like this to feel a little more brown rather than orangey yellow tone. So I'm going to just play with this to see where it's at. So that is all I pretty much do. I do want to darken it up just a little bit. So I'll bring that down. Maybe more highlights. 30. Also to get rid of any noise and stuff, there's a setting down here in noise reduction. This will kind of blur out a little bit, so you have to be careful with it. I have to use sharpen. Oops. I feel like there needs to be more contrast, so it's just going back and forth. Now I can show you the before and after. There's the original, and then there's after, so just very slightly brightening up the space. And then again, sometimes I play around with these things like the texture and stuff, but just go back, clean it up. Here's the temperature that I meant. So see, warmer tone. Again, the walls like a cooler gray. So try to keep true to that. You don't want to make it feel too cool, but again, I like to have vibrant images. Not too overly saturated either, but still warm. So yeah, let me show you before again, and here's after, and that's pretty much it. Another thing I would do is go ahead and straighten this. Which I can do here. So I usually find something straight and make sure it lines with that. So that looks, and that's why they have the grid too. Pretty much aligned, and it looks good. So again, before, after. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and film just a time-lapse video of me editing the rest of the images. When I copy this, which is Control-C, and then Control-V onto another image, it's the same area. It's just really quick. And again, I can show you the before on this one. I usually do that, and then again, clean it up. And do this to all my images, just copy and paste. And then I go back in if I need to adjust any of the images, then I go ahead and do that.
Don't wanna wake up. Tell me that you can see what I see, feeling wrapped up in the warmth of Sunday. Man, I'm on reach, but I don't even know what's next. But all I know is step by step. But then again,
I'm sorry again, I'm sick, but I really just wanted to film this and make sure I'm doing it in real time. So that's easy for you guys to understand, but it's pretty quick and easy once you just edit one image. And you know, it's really again important to make sure you have good lighting when you take the images. It makes it a lot easier to edit afterwards, and just having the right angle. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys till next time. Bye.
I don't even know what's next. But all I know is step by step. But then again, I don't wanna wait for bliss when all I really need is only lavender dreams, but Sitting in silence, we still feel the vibe. And you could not say a word, and I know what you just decided. We'd be right in the same wave.